When you think of American performance cars, the Mustang is almost certainly near the top of that list, with some of the most radical Mustangs coming from the geniuses of Shelby American. However, Ford produced their own Mustang track weapon back in 1969 to compete with their closest rivals in the SCCA Trans Am series.
Here's the new Boss Mustang 302 with 4-barrel V8 and your choice of rear spoiler and backlight louvers. What the Boss Mustang says goes.
Larry Shinoda, a former GM employee, developed the Boss 302. Shinoda was also the origin of the Boss name. Boss did not come from the fact that this track-dominating Mustang was a Boss car, but it was the Boss's car. Whenever someone asked Shinoda what he was working on, he responded, "the Boss's car," to describe this top-secret project. The 302 part is much more intuitive. It represents the 302 cubic inch displacement of the specially developed motor. This engine was specifically designed to meet within the 305 cubic inch limit of the Trans Am guidelines. The 302 cubic inch engine was an engineering masterpiece of its time. The engineers of the project mated the famous Ford Windsor small block to modified heads of the Cleveland engine. The heads were much larger than meant for the small block, and subsequently much larger than any of the competition's. Along with unique cams, a forged crankshaft, and a Holley carburetor, the 302 engine weighed over 500 pounds. In comparison, a modern 5.0 Coyote engine weighs just 430 pounds. The production version of the Boss 302 engine had 290 brake horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque, while the track version had 470 horsepower. Ford had a famous attitude of race on Sunday, sell on Monday with the Boss 302. There was a regulation in the SCCA that stated all manufacturers participating in the Trans Am series must sell a production version of the car as well. The 1970 model of the Boss 302 sold 7,013 examples of it at an MSRP of $3,720. In addition to the souped-up engine, the production Boss 302 featured a lower ride height, disc brakes, large sway bars, reinforced shock towers, and heavy-duty spindles to reliably put the car through a beating on the road course. The production car rocketed to 60 miles per hour in 6.9 seconds. This was not among the fastest of the era, but the car really shined on the famous road courses such as Lime Rock, Riverside, and Laguna Seca. After a 1968 Trans Am season dominated by Camaros, Ford entered 1969 with a factory team headed by Bud Moore, equipped with two brand-new track-ready Boss 302s driven by George Fulmer and Parnelli Jones. The Ford team did not win the 1969 championship, but they won 2 races at Michigan and Donnybrook. Bud Moore came back in 1970 with the Boss 302s and had a very impressive season. The number 15 and 16 Boss 302s won 6 of the 11 rounds that season, with 5 of them won by Parnelli Jones. Ford handily won the Manufacturers' Championship, edging out the second and third place AMC and Chevrolet. Surprisingly, after the extremely successful 1970 season, Ford pulled all manufacturing support from the Trans Am series, thus ending the production of the glorious Boss 302. After an over 40-year hiatus, Ford revived the Boss 302 name with an upgraded track-focused version of the standard 2012 Mustang GT. The 2012 and 2013 Boss 302 included a forged rotating assembly, CNC-ported heads, different cams, and a high-flow intake manifold. The Boss 302 produced 32 more horsepower than the standard 5.0 Coyote engine. Paying homage to the 1970 Boss 302, the modern rendition had a side exit exhaust that could be fully taken advantage of when the block-off plates were removed. 2,000 standard Boss 302s and about 750 special edition Laguna Seca Boss 302s were produced. The Laguna Seca model was designed to bridge the gap between the standard Boss 302 and the track-only 302R. It included a revised suspension, rear seat delete with X-Brace, R-Comp tires, and a more aggressive aero package. If you want to purchase an excellent original Boss 302 Mustang, it will set you back about $125,000 for the road car. If you want a Boss 302 that was raced in the Trans Am series, such as the number 15 and number 16 Bud Moore cars, that might set you back another couple $100,000 more than that. It is not clear whether Ford will bring back the Boss 302 name. However, you can purchase a brand new 1970 Boss 302 model from Classic Recreations. They offer either a Coyote crate engine or a Boss 302 crate engine for a cool base price of $169,000. Thank you for watching the video on one of the most iconic American cars of all time. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video coming soon.